Dear most esteemed members of the ton, if you're serious about ascending the ranks of YouTube society, what you do in the hours following your introduction to the society is just as crucial as the quality of the debutante itself. Much like a proper lady requires more than just pretty face to secure a favorable match, your video requires these 9 activities to catch the eye of potential suitors. Or in your case, viewers. I'm watching Bridgerton right now, so bear with me. I think this is so much fun. Most untitled creators make the same ghastly faux pas after unveiling their creation. They simply announce their presence and disappear in shadows. How dreadfully naive! This explains why so many good videos fail to receive the proper attention from society. That's a good reason why in just last week I helped my clients' videos garner more than 100,000 views collectively. I possess a more strategic upload protocol that excludes bullshit I see in similar videos.
Seriously, making videos unlisted will make you less views? That's bullshit.
In today's discourse, I shall reveal the precise steps I undertake following each video debut to ensure all my creations rightfully receive the attention they deserve. After all, we're not here merely to participate in the season. We're here to be named the diamond of the first YouTube swap. Okay, now I'm gonna upload a video on YouTube and we're gonna publish it together. Because when you upload a video, it's literally like in Bridgerton TV show. You're preparing yourself to find the best match. And if you follow these steps, you can be one of the best candidates for the most favorable suitors ever. AKA get more views. Let me upload this video now. At the start, let me address this thing that people talk about, which is your file name. Is it really helping with SEO? So YouTube itself did not give any clue about whether or not it's important to name your file with keywords so that it ranks in search better. But it's just the best SEO practice overall, not just for YouTube, that you need to name your files based on your keywords. Just so you know, if you didn't name your file correctly, this is not crucial. This is like 0.001% of the contribution that this action may give. The rest of the things are way more important, so I wouldn't really stop on that much. But yeah, if you've got that minute, you may name your file just as your video title. And you don't need to worry if you didn't upload the right file name, because your file name is like your address in society. It may be convenient for people to know where to go to invite you on the date, but there are way more important things like your name, your titles, your family, your appearance, and your talents. And one of such things that is really crucial is the title. So your title announces you to society. This is your family name. This is your first and last name that indicate where you're from and how respected you are in the society. So you need to make sure that you are introduced in the most compelling way so that you get more people to invite you to dance. My British accent is terrible, you can tell, right?
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyway, so this video was about how to film with your iPhone. That would be a shame if I just made a video with that title, even though you may think that this is very searchable. It has a lot of keywords, right? It's a how-to title, so people can search how to film with your phone. But the thing is, even vidIQ knows that this is not a compelling title. So I would rather prefer a compelling title than an SEO-optimized title. So instead of how to film with your phone, I can do 2 things to make sure that people actually click on this title. I can go to YouTube and search videos with similar topic, like how to film with your phone. And I try to find really well-viewed videos. And how I do this is that vidIQ helps me by showing this outlier score. If it's a green outlier score, then I may get inspired by that title, or maybe even steal it in order to make sure that it's compelling enough, because one of the videos on YouTube already proved it. So master mobile filmmaking in 20 minutes. That's actually a good title. I may actually just go ahead and steal that, maybe just change the minutes, because this video is not 20 minutes, but I think it was like 13 minutes. And you already immediately see that the vidIQ score here raises from 76 to 97. This indicates that your title indeed has become better. And actually, it's not about filmmaking. I want to just not confuse the viewer, and I want to say mobile recording, you know, to not be too clickbaity and to promise people exactly what's inside the video. So that's one way to do this. Another way is to just listen to what vidIQ offers you. For context, vidIQ is a Chrome extension, very convenient, worth the money, that shows you different ways to optimize your video in order to get more views. So highly recommend, and one of the things it does is that it offers some titles. Here are title suggestions. I may just see what it offers and pick the one that I like the most. For example, 5 simple steps to create a home studio for YouTube video. It's not really what this video is about, but home studio is not really actually it's mobile recording. I would say phone recording to maybe not confuse the video queue. And you can see that immediately the score goes down. So maybe I can tweak a few things here and there to make sure that my title is actually compelling. So create professional home studio in minutes. Yeah, I may actually choose one of them, but just tailor it to my video. So create professional videos on your phone in 13 minutes. Pretty compelling for me. So two options you can go about it. If you don't want to do even that and you want to make sure not only titles but your ideas are winning in the first place, you can grab my 100 viral title templates that I picked by hand. I spent several days on it and I picked the video ideas that went viral multiple times. So you can pick some of the video ideas, tailor it to your niche, to your brand, and be sure that this is a more winning idea than what you would come up with. So grab it by the link in the description. It is free. The next thing is description. It is like your family credentials. It shows your connection and your standing in the society. So a very convenient thing to do for your description is to prepare default description that appears every time you're publishing any video. How to do this is you go to your YouTube studio and you go to settings down in the screen here. You go to upload defaults and you'll see that there's a description here. You can write anything you want, like all your links that you want once, and you save it and it's gonna appear in every video you publish. So here I got some prepared text. Most of it is great. So the first thing I recommend to put in the description is not even the description itself. Yeah, I know many people recommend it, but I find that it's not as profitable as if you put just the link to your next step of the funnel down in the description as the first link. It may give you a few more views just because it ranks just a tiny bit better. But what if those people will not convert into customers? That would be lame, right? And in order to avoid it, we want to put the most important funnel link, the first link in the description. You might even put it as the first pinned comment, but I put it just as the first link in the description. Then after that, we may think about the description of the video itself. Another thing that's important, you may want to put your book a call link. So if people already are ready to make their first step to become your customer, they may want to do that. Now, the most interesting thing, how we're going to use AI and all that. We are going to elaborate the SEO optimized description using my master prompt that I've been figuring out for a long time, probably months, and you're gonna get it just for free. So how I do this is I actually want to go to visibility, but before that I need to select if the video is monetized. It is monetized. I'll tell you why it's important to always monetize your videos later. But now I go to ad suitability because they're asking me to rate my video if it contains all that stuff. I know that it doesn't. I'm already used to like publishing videos, so I don't even read it. I just submit the rating. And I go to visibility and put it unlisted. What? Unlisted? Should you really put your video on unlisted? This is gonna ruin the whole thing, some people say. But I'm gonna explain why it's not gonna ruin everything a bit later. So I'm gonna save it because I need to actually go and receive the transcription for that video. And I cannot unless I go to like YouTube and watch it. Fun fact, you cannot get the transcription of your video before it's fully processed. That's lame, but actually I have this video already published, so I know that I can get the transcription of it. So I click the video. So this was shot at... I go to the description, I go and scroll down here, I click show transcript, and I copy this transcript entirely. And I go to Claude AI. I paste this transcription, and I also paste the video outline. I usually have video plans, right? As you usually would, because how can you make a video without having a proper plan? It will be a unstructured mess, right? So you want to have a plan. And I copy the plan that I have for it, and I also copy and paste it into Claude AI. What I do next is super important. Make sure you have your pen and paper or something. So what I do is I copy this prompt. It says, I sent you my transcript and the outline. Create 2 to 5 sentence description for this video from the first person singular. Instructions. I provide an outline with chapter titles in order, then a transcript with content and timestamps. Your task after you receive both. Match the chapter titles from the outline with the correct timestamp in the transcript. This is where most people can't figure out how to use AI. It's because it doesn't match the right timestamp with the right chapter title. And this solves it. Use the exact wording from my outline for each chapter title. Another problem, it just creates really bad chapter titles. Like they sound AI and they don't relate to the chapters that I actually had in my outline. And this solves it. Do not paraphrase or change the titles, except hook, outro, and CTA. And others that don't give it the meaning, name those based on what's inside these parts. Do not show transcript content under each title, just the timestamp and the title. Replace all double dashes to dashes. Well, we all know AI likes double dashes and everybody knows that. Then we show what the output should look like, description, chapters, the chapter format example. It has to be meaningful title for introduction, exclude the words intro and hook. I find that this also can be a problem for AI. Exact phrase from the outline, again for all the chapters, and then meaningful title for outro. Exclude words outro or call to action. That would sound really bad and stupid on chapters and give us zero SEO advantage. If we have these words outro and call to action, we want to have really meaningful SEO optimized chapters in our chapters. You see what I mean?
No! No! No!
Then we proceed with and separately tell me what CTAs and in what minute and second does this video have. This is very crucial because sometimes you don't really review the video another time when you post it, but you want to know if you recommended something for the people to see in the description, if you wanted to link some sources in the description, if you wanted to add a card in your video, and this AA prompt makes sure that you don't forget about it because that would be lame and looks unprofessional. Next one, and is there anything I should include in the description that I promised in the video? Basically the same thing. I have another prompt like this, but in the moments when I don't have the outline, so you can copy paste whenever you like, screenshot it and make it your own. What I do is I just copy this prompt, put it right here and click enter, and now it spits out perfectly organized description and chapter titles. I find that it's almost perfect every time, but of course after copying and pasting it into our descriptions, we still want to check if this is all working, because we want to be quality creators, not shit posters, right? So in order to check if this is working, I just go to the video and see if all the parts, all the chapters start at the right time. Not I correct them, but I rarely do this because this prompt is so good. One tip that I would really love to know maybe a year ago is that if you recommend watching some other videos in your description, for example, you've got a section here that tells watch other videos. And when you link some videos that you want to recommend from your channel, let's say you copy it and paste it, you don't need a separate title to kind of introduce that video. When you save it and when you actually go to this video, you will see that YouTube itself puts this video link already with the title. So I didn't know that a while ago, and I really would love to because I was copying and pasting all those titles, so I'm sharing this with you. Next thing you want to include in the YouTube description is your socials. Of course, you want people meet you in the other places, especially if they want to invite you on a date or even ask to marry you. If you are a worthy debutante, you want to let them know where to find you. For some, it's going to be convenient to go to the Instagram, for some to LinkedIn, so I do recommend having all that just linked there all the times and have this in your upload defaults as well. Now, playlists. Playlists are like social circle placements. Depending on where your video is situated, in what playlist it is, people are going to judge in what society circle you are. And sometimes characters in Bridgerton are strategically introduced to some of the social circles to enhance the standing and visibility. And this is exactly what you want to do with your video. You want to strategically put it into the playlist, not randomly. So it needs to follow a certain topic that your playlist talks about, because then you can match the interests of candidates to the topic of this video. Fun tip that not many people know is that when you have a playlist, when you create it, its title and its description are indexed by YouTube algorithm. So this is metadata that can actually rank you in YouTube search. Let me prove that to you. For example, let's say I want to find a beginner course in Python and I search for different videos. There are some that really speak to me and I'm thinking like, maybe this one should work. And I click on it and turns out that this is the whole playlist, right? And now instead of watching just one video of this creator Tulusco, I watched the whole playlist because it was indexed by the YouTube algorithm. So you want to make sure that the name, the title of your playlist has some keywords so that you can rank. And maybe some keywords in the description won't hurt too. But a fun thing that I also like to do is, don't tell anybody, this is kind of a secret, but what I do is I make this a free course. So whatever the topic of the video is, I write free course, how to record YouTube videos with your phone. So I write free course in the beginning so that people could see that this is the whole free course and they can watch video by video, even if beforehand they were not strategically like connected to each other. But because they are from one topic, I can collect them in a playlist that is strategically named this way to rank better, and to also sound compelling enough for people to click. Okay, got it. So now we got free course how to record YouTube videos with your phone. We put our video in the social circle and we make sure that people with the right interests will find it. Then after the playlist, we need to choose the audience, whether it's made for kids or not made for kids. For all my viewers, do not make your video made for kids and make it as a default option in your YouTube settings so that you don't need to pick this every time. And I see my clients don't do that, so I just go to settings, I go to channel, I go to advanced settings, and I click no, set this channel is not made for kids. Now I don't have to pick the audience every time, but it's ready to be introduced to the right audience. Otherwise, your candidates might be inappropriate age, like it happened to Daphne when she was introduced to a really odd guy and they thought that it might be the only option for her, so she would have to marry like a 50-year-old when she's like 15, I don't know. That would be annoying, right? You don't want that, so you pick not made for kids. And also, if you pick made for kids, it has a lot of limitations, so just don't do that. Altered content. I just don't choose anything because that's not really important. We're here for the important stuff that can actually help you get more views, not for some fluff. Okay, I allow everything, but if you have your chapters ready, you don't need to tick this allow automatic chapters and key moments. You may or may not tick it, it's not that important, but if you have your chapters, well, untick it. Featured places, I usually allow because I want viewer satisfaction most of all. Automatic concepts, I do allow this too. Now we move to tags. Tags is like your family crest. Not many people even see this. It may tell something about you, right? It's like a symbol, but it's not that it plays a crucial role in whether or not you're gonna get married in this season. So for tags, I got a prompt that I use most of the times. I don't even check what AI spits out after this all. Actually, I put it in the same Claude conversation, and based on the video description, it's gonna create the tags, exactly the ones that I need, that are from these 3 stages: high volume, mid volume, and low volume. We want to have all those. So even though YouTube says that it has minimal impact on your videos, it still has those tags there, right? So I'm like, why are there? Maybe they affect something. And if it takes me just 1 minute to generate those, copy those, and paste those in the tags field, then I'm all for it. I click save time to time because I don't want all these changes to get lost. Moving on, language. It's probably English. You pick the language that suits you, right? Recording date, location, not important. You can skip it. Just don't overthink, please. License, allow embedding, publish to subscription feed, and notify subscribers. Of course, you want to notify subscribers. Why not? Shorts remixing, allow video on audio remixing. Not many people will remix your video. I think people on YouTube do this very rarely, but I allow all that because I want my content to spread to as many places as possible. Category, how to and style. Usually, if you set the category for your whole channel, it sets the category automatically. So pick the right category for your niche and move on. Comments and ratings. You do want to have comments on all the time. It helps your video to get seen and viewed by many people. So if you don't have comments, you limit your reach. Now, going up to the end screen. This is a very important part. It's like a final teaser after a ball. You want to end the conversation in such an interesting note that they actually want to speak to you one more time. On another ball, perhaps. People have decision fatigue if they are presented with too many options, and you don't want that. You want to just have one end screen, ideally. Sometimes two work, but you need to be strategic about it, right? Ideally, you want to put one, and please don't use best for viewer. I know YouTube is smart and shit like that, but you want to be sure that you are inviting people to the right video next, which for this video is about setups. So if people are just beginners, right, and they are just learning how to film with their iPhones, I assume, and it would be a very rightful assumption, that they don't really know where to film yet. They might not have a setup yet. So I want to guide them to a video that will be a logical next step after this one. And this is going to be don't know where to film? 8 beginner studio setups. That's my next video. Okay, save. Yeah, check if it appears in the right time. Ideally when the video gets boring. Probably that's when you introduce your CTAs, like invite to your website to book a call and stuff like this. So make sure it's in the right place. Ideally when it gets boring. Now cards, don't forget to put your cards. AI usually gives me the places where I should put cards or when I should put something in the description. For example, for this one, I see that Claude gave me some microphone links that I told about in the video. So yeah, I might as well just do that. And also some CTAs in the video that it gave me. I will link them in the description. I will link a couple of tripods. You can watch it right here if referring to YouTube easy mode video. Yeah, so if I refer to some video, I need to find where I recommended this video and I need to put a card here. This can be actually anything you want. It can be a link to your website, it can be a channel, it can be a playlist, it can be a video. In this case, it's a video. I recommend to watch a particular video. If there's a playlist relevant, I also may introduce playlists. If I want to say book a call on the 1 minute mark of the video, I may also do this using cards. So for the video, I promise to include the YouTube on easy mode. I click save, and this is how I add the card. Cards are like the lady whistle down column. They suggest other scandals, aka videos, to the viewers that are worth following. So make sure to add them. Then monetization. You do want your video to get monetized. I had recently an occurrence with my client who had a video with copyrighted music, and we had a debate on whether or not we should post this video because it actually does not hurt the video that much. We don't know if it limits the reach, and we don't really earn from the YouTube monetization, so it wasn't really important for us. But I still think that you need to use copyright-free media in your video and make sure the video is fully and completely monetized. Even though YouTube doesn't tell about it, I sense that if you limit the money that YouTube can earn from each video, then it's not gonna recommend your video that enough. I just think that it's very logical, right? If you don't let YouTube to make money, it just won't. It will prioritize other videos of the same quality, the same titles, niches, and stuff like this to be promoted, not yours. This is just my opinion, but I think you want your financial arrangements with your candidates to be set up as clearly and as beneficial for you as possible. All right, so make sure monetization is on. And again, not many people know about this, and I've seen people miss this a lot of times. If you go to your monetization tab, you can actually manage your ad slots. If you click here, you may see that YouTube has placed their ad slots at pretty relevant places, but sometimes what I see here is that there's only like one ad throughout the whole 10 or 15-minute video, and honestly, I want more. If you want to make more money, you need to manually go to this page and insert slots additionally to the ones that YouTube has put. I usually like to put it at the start because this is when people usually finish the ad because they do want to watch your video. So I like to put ads in the beginning, but this is not just universal truth. Find what works for you, but make sure you have enough ad slots here. I recommend one ad slot every 2 to 3 minutes because, well, YouTube is smart. It will not show an ad if it's annoying. So you may put pretty much as many as you want. Now the final question. Schedule or set public? Or put unlisted? I see just many people just don't recommend to set certain settings, and they say that it's just gonna change the entire history of the universe. But the truth is, you can set any access to your video you want. I really heard from one of the creators, if you put the video unlisted, it's not gonna get enough views, but that's such a bullshit. And YouTube doesn't say it in any of their documentation. I checked it. If you need to schedule a video for later, do that. If you need to publish it right now, do that. If you want to keep it private so that nobody sees it, do that. But I should say that it is important when to debut in society. And it's not about time. So many people think that there's a perfect time to post on YouTube. But the truth is, you want to post when you are ready, when the makeup is done, when the hair is up, when you've got a beautiful dress. Actually, I'm wearing a dress right now, but you can't see it. So this is when it's time to debut in society. You want to make sure that the video looks good. This is why I like to set it unlisted every time. And what I do is like probably go to bed, wake up next time and check if everything is good with the video. I check whether the thumbnail is up, whether the title is good, or maybe I want to tweak it even more. I check if all my links are working, right? It won't hurt if you check if your links are working. And I see if the chapters are okay. I see if I included all the videos, or maybe there are links that I forgot to include but that I promised. Right now, I just thought, why not put the link in the pinned comment? So this is the stuff that you sometimes forget that you don't want to. And if you let your video breathe, live a little bit before you publish it, maybe you send it to a friend to watch, then you can have a more polished video and publish it when it is time. Like Bridgerton debutantes, properly prepared videos need no frantic announcement. You can publish in the evening, in the morning, on Monday or Tuesday or Saturday. It matters maybe for Instagram, it doesn't matter for YouTube. I promise YouTube itself tells about it, that the time you publish does not matter. You may not have that many views if you publish when your target audience is asleep at night, but when they wake up, they will still be recommended your video. So I wouldn't really worry about that. Now the last step is to promote on other social media. Where you can promote your video. You can do this on LinkedIn, on X, email as well, Instagram, basically any social media. I see the best it works for emails. Your email list are the people who already know you, and they are much more likely to watch your video. There are essentially two ways you can promote your video: by the actual link to the video and just prompting people to go and search for it. So if you want to invite people to watch your video by the link, I do recommend to have the link that opens YouTube app right away. You can use this tool that's called linktw.in. It's free, where you paste your link and it creates the link that opens up in the YouTube app right away. And another thing people do, because some platforms just don't like when you share links, is they prompt people to go and search for it. So you just leave the title for your video saying, go search this video title on YouTube, and some who really want to see it, you better put a great teaser there, will actually copy and paste it to YouTube search and find your video and watch it. This is a safer way to do this for X, I believe, for YouTube community too, and that's it. Like for the other occasions, I would recommend you to just use your YouTube link. Now the main question remains is, do I recommend Bridgerton for you to watch? Well, no, I guess. I was not a fan of a few things. It is so cliche, but I do understand that the point of this TV show was to have that many cliches. You watch it and your brain is completely turned off, like it doesn't think. But if you just want to dumb down for one evening, it is a good TV show. Whether it's gonna teach you something, make you think and reflect on life or stuff, no, not at all, no. So don't look my 100 viral title templates. And if you noticed, in this video I didn't talk about thumbnails, even though they're a very important part of posting. But there's just so much that goes into a good thumbnail that we can actually spend an extra 15 minutes together in order for me to describe everything. And we can do that because I made a video about it. So you can watch it right here if you want to know how to create compelling thumbnails. Have a good day. Goodbye.